Alright, quick radio check here. Jack, William, and Jamie. Nice big thumbs up, you can hear me on the radio. Beautiful. Alright, let's go ahead and roll those left and right windows all the way up. Make sure you got all your windows rolled up here. Also recommend getting that air conditioning going nice and strong. Not too hot out yet, but the cooler the car is on the inside, the cooler your mind stays, and it's easier to focus, alright? I'm going to go ahead and hop in. We're going to get rolling here in a second for the first session of the day. Alright drivers, we're going to go ahead and get rolling in for the first session here, so let's go ahead and pull back twice on the drive stick. If you have an automatic, if you have a manual, make sure parking brake is off. You're in first gear, also give that rev match one click. Let's go ahead and roll here. Jack, William, and Jamie, take this hard right with me. Alright drivers, so as we make our way out here for the first morning session, I want everyone to take a moment and kind of relax your hands, relax your shoulders, clear your mind of any distractions you might be having right now. We want 100% focus on the racetrack 100% of the time. So again, take that moment to take a breath, relax, clear your mind. I want full focus while we're on the track here. Now because this is the first session of the day, first time actually getting out here and driving this morning, our minds are very cold to the track. Right? We've been sleeping overnight, been about I'll go ahead and roll straight onto the track here. Sorry, I got a little bit of a radio interruption there, but again, I think we're done with radio communications this time on my end. So, again, minds are cold to the track, so let's go ahead and make sure that we take a few laps to get used to this again. Okay, getting to the blue turning cones, getting to our orange apex cones, and fully prioritizing the line around the racetrack more than anything. I really don't care much about your speed this morning. Okay, I don't really care how fast you go around the track. I really more care about how good you look around the track with your line accuracy and your braking technique and whatnot. While we're on this slower lap, don't be afraid to use up these curves. Try to get a good visual for where you want to place the car once we start picking up the speed. Hold in the middle of the track here through the bolt. Keep looking out your left window to find the apex cone nice and early. And then as you squeeze down towards that apex, start picking your eyes up, looking for the next thing you're going to, which is the launch pad. And the way I'm going to call shifting points here, if you're in an automatic behind me, I'm going to call automatic shift points. If you're in a manual behind me, I'll call the manual shifting points. But again, don't worry too much about shifting this morning, as long as you're not on the rev limiter. Really more focused on getting used to the line again, right? Getting used to our turn-ins, getting used to where we used to place the car on the curbs, and the overall track layout. It's a little bit colder this morning, or on the colder side compared to yesterday, so the tires aren't going to be quite as grippy as they were yesterday, especially in the afternoon. So again, just take these a couple moments to get used to it. Feel the car out, feel the track out. We're going to start picking up our speed coming off of turn 7. So again, everyone, just take this moment to relax. Alright, take a breath, relax. We'll start picking up our speed here. Remember, smooth, consistent, and comfortable. That's what I'm looking for here. Jack, let's go ahead and start picking up our speed off this corner. Remember, firm initial brake pressure. Here's the braking cone. Smooth release off. We can be in third gear here if you choose. You're trying to squeeze nice and tight to that apex there, Jack. Good. And then heading for turn 2, try to get a nice straight line, unwinding and accelerating our straight line off the corner. Up to fourth gear. that straightest line from each end of the corner possible. Looking good so far. Accelerate down the hill, over the left side curb, over the right side curb. And William and Jamie, I see you guys back there. Just keep doing what you're doing, keep focusing on your line. Let's just make sure we maintain that 5 or 6 car lengths of space between all the student cars. Third gear and exit you choose here, up to fourth gear for the launch pad. Again, from the blue cone, squeeze nice and tight to the left side with me, braking here at the first curb. And then from the blue turning cone, ease down on the right side with me, all the way down here, keep turning. Keep bringing it down here. There we go, got to turn a little sooner for 5A there, Jack. Just as soon as you get to that turning cone, try to squeeze it down to that right side apex curbing early as you can. Fourth gear here, and up to fifth gear in a straight line. Firm brake. Smooth release as we set up on the left side. Go down to third gear in this corner if you choose. Let's squeeze back over this right side curbing. And you'll keep bringing it down, help the apex unwind, accelerate. Good. And fourth gear. Firm brake. Again, I want to see you get right up on top of this curving here. I'm carrying the light brake all the way down. Keep turning, keep turning. Yeah, there we go, that was better. Get the second apex, and then a straight shot for turn 2. Let the car float out to the middle of the track a little more, just past 1A. You're trying to make that one continuous corner. Don't want to treat it like 2 corners. Firm brake, fourth gear. Again, smooth release off turning at the blue turning cone. Let's get down on this curb. Now, again, I'll let it unwind. Here's your rump car. Yeah, much better that time. Good job. A little bit of throttle down the hill here. Out to the middle, back over the right side, and give me some throttle down the straight line here. Down the left side curb, and down over the right side curb. Tires definitely have a little bit of heat in them now. So again, thank you for taking it easy on these first couple laps. Out to the middle, look for your apex, start bringing it down to that apex. There we go, now accelerate up the hill. And William and Jamie, I see you guys back there. Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. You're looking good so far. Remember, turn sooner here, Jack. Bring it down a little sooner. See where I'm putting my car? Yeah, there you go. A lot better. Just try to get a little more over top of the curb. Clip this right side with me. And let's accelerate here. Give me some throttle down the hill. There we go. A little bit of brake from the right. Looking back left. A little bit of brake pressure into 7 as well. Keep going. Looking good. Over the curb. And accelerate out. Fourth gear. Firm brake again. Let's do this good corner here. Remember, try to let it float out to the middle more. See where I'm putting my car? Let it come out to that middle lane a little more so you can get a little straighter shot for turn 2. Yeah, a little better. Try to turn a little sooner for 1B. Firm brake. Downshift here. And from the blue, start looking right. Let's ease in. You're looking good at this corner. Just trying to carry a little more center speed. There you go. Now accelerate out. Squeeze and throttle. There you go. That's some good speed. Carrying light brake down, past the near apex cone, back over the right side. Yeah, here we go, Jack. Your line's looking beautiful, man. Keep it up. Firm brake out to the middle, scanning out your left window. Find that apex early. And again, don't feel like you have to lift for me, okay? If you feel like getting too close, just keep running your speed. I'll maintain that distance on you, alright?
53,000 views. Here we go.
Right side, looking back left. Let's hit 5A or again, right here. Let's do the same thing we did last time. Just get closer to the curb, on top of it. And a little bit late on that turn in again. It's all good. We're getting better with it. Just keep working on that corner. That's the one spot where we're turning in a little bit too late consistently. Get some throttle all the way down the hill here. Alright, let's go ahead and slow down here, Jack. Good job, man. Really good job on that line so far. We'll go ahead and slow up. We'll gather up our group. We'll do our first rotation. So Jack, you'll just follow me over to the right side of the track here. And just come all the way up behind me. Yep, everyone follow to the right side here for a moment. We're just going to gather up. Now we're going to do our first rotation. So Jack, I like what I see so far, man. Really good line accuracy. I like that you're starting easy and working yourself up gate-wise. That's what I want to see, so good job. William, I'm going to get in behind me here in a second. So William and Jamie, go ahead and pull left. And then Jack, you'll fall in behind the black car once it goes by. Alright, let's go ahead and start picking it back up. to that near apex cone, so you can get back to your apex a little bit easy. A little bit of brake here, third gear, out to the middle of the track. Keep looking left all the way through, let's squeeze down on the apex, and accelerate up the hill straight wheel to the launch pad. From your turn in, looking left, keep it nice and tight, firm brake. And then again, smooth release off, start turning in with me, bring it all the way down to this curve. There you go, let's turn a little sooner for 5A. Just try to get that curve a little sooner, because you're going to be perfect through there. And good job through 5B, really good. Throttle down the hill. Firm brake, smooth release off, set up tight left with me. And then back to firm, third gear, looking back right. Try to carry that light brake a little longer through 7, maybe back up the braking zone a little bit. We're just trying to get up on the curve to the apex. That was really good so far, technique-wise. So for 1A and 1B right there, you're kind of straightening the wheel out between the two corners and then making it two corners. Try to make it one sweeping motion through the whole set of corners there. Try to treat it like one corner with two apexes. Working back to the right side. Accelerate coming out. Maybe a little bit progressive on the brakes into 3. Looks like you're kind of coming up on me and then I'm kind of pulling you off the corner. So try to be a little more firm on your initial brake pressure heading into turn 3 and work on that smooth release, carry that proper balance. Out to the middle, keep looking left here, all the way through, squeeze down the curb, and accelerate out. Doing good, man. Night and day difference from yesterday. Good job so far. Remember that earlier apex in 5A coming up right here. So firm brake from the left, working back over this right side a little sooner. Yeah, there you go. Now let it come out, hit 5B again, just like last time. That's what I'm talking about, man. Night and day difference, doing great. Let's go ahead and slow down here, William. Let's go ahead and slow down. We're just going to gather up our group real quick. Follow me over to this right side here, William. Like I said, man, really good job so far. Absolutely a night and day difference from what I've seen yesterday. Great job. Jamie and Jack, again, just keep your speed up here until we come off of turn number 7, or turn number 7. Alright, let's go ahead and start picking it back up here again. Let's go ahead and start rolling here, William. Let's go ahead and start rolling. And again, just picking this pace back up for one more lap. Again, try to treat this like one corner. Let it come out to the middle more, and then bring it back to that right side curve. Yeah, that's better. Good job. Accelerate in a straight line, heading towards turn 3. Remember, a little more firm on your initial brake pressure this time. Just push it a little harder up front, and then start smoothly releasing it a little sooner. You can feel the balance work in your favor if you do it that way. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Look at that center speed. Good job. Just want to let it unwind off 3. Light brake, remember, leave room at the near apex, back down to the right side. Yeah, still a little close to that near apex cone. Try to leave about 3 feet whenever you get down to that little white cone on the inside for that little kink. Let's squeeze it back down to that left side curve. Maybe a little bit too high to the left side, not too bad. Maintain that middle lane a little more. Looking up the hill. Firm brake just before the first curve. From this blue cone, work back tight right. Let it come out to the blue, back to the right side curve, and accelerate out. Good job, man. Really good through that section. Alright, good job, William. Let's go ahead and slow the pace down again. Man, let me tell you what, much better. I like what I see so far. Really good job, William. We'll gather up on the right side again, and we'll do a rotation this time. Alright, so I'm going to pull left here, so Jamie and Jack stay left. Jamie and Jack stay left here. And then William, you'll fall in behind that white car. Alright, bring it back up here, Jamie. Again here, Jamie, just nice and relaxed, nice and focused. Everyone just take a breath. We're going to get back going here. We're liking what I see so far here, guys. Really good job. Let's keep this up. Smooth release the brake. And again, Jamie, another reminder, don't worry about your space to me. Just focus on your line at your speed, and I'll maintain that gap for you. Again, trying to leave a little more space for that white cone. A little more space for the white cone is going to help you get a better angle all the way through the S's. Accelerating up the hill here. From this blue turning cone, start squeezing back to the left side with me. Firm brake from the blue turn, bring it back right with me. There, bring it tighter. There you go. Out of the blue. Alright, Jamie, like what I see so far, just keep it up here, man. Again, working on your proximity more than anything. We're still consistently about 2 feet away from these curves, so let's try to squeeze a little closer. Like right there, we didn't carry quite enough brake pressure. See, I ended up on the outside edge right there. You gotta be a little more firm with your initial brake pressure. Like right here, firm brake pressure. Smooth release off. Down over the curve. Let it come out middle. Back right. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Good job there. Let's try to apply the same thing in turn 3 here. More firm on your initial brake pressure. Firm up front. Smooth release off. Gonna help you get that rotation. And a little early on the apex in turn 3 as well. Try to slow your hands down a little bit. We're trying to get more on the back side of the corner. And right here, leave room. Leave room within your apex. Then come back to that apex on the right side. Yeah, you go a little better. Still a little bit close. Just keep working away from it. Out to the middle of the track here. Keep looking left with me. Find that apex cone. Steer down to it. Yeah, maybe a little bit early back on throttle there. Not too bad. Turning, set up tight left. Let's do this again. You were pretty good through here last time. Squeeze this right side early. Get down on this curve. Yeah, a little closer. There you go. Out to the blue. You're still a little bit far off that curve at 5B, but we're getting closer. Next time I want to see you get right up next to it, alright? Firm brake again. Smooth release. I want to see you get more firm on the brakes here in turn 7. So more firm on the brake. And then just carry that light brake pressure down over the curve. Yeah, there you go. That's much better turn. Fourth gear, firm brake, back down to third gear. Ease it in here. Out to the middle, back to the right side. Accelerate out. Fourth gear on the straightaway. Have that firm pressure. Slow your hands down into this corner. Get the back side of this corner some more. Yeah, just like that. That's what I'm talking about. Remember, leaving room with this white curve here. Zero mat, let it come out, then bring it back to the right side. That's the one spot that's getting us pretty consistently, but we're doing pretty good. Just keep this up. Out to the middle, that middle lane, back over left side curve. Accelerate up the hill. Try to get a little closer to that turning cone. You don't want to go too straight at that uphill. Try to get the widest arc possible through here. Alright, let's go ahead and slow it down here, Jamie. Let's go ahead and slow it down. On the right side here. And then Jack and William, just keep your speed up till we gather up in turn 7 here. And then we're going to go ahead and begin our cool down lap. Alright, let's go ahead and roll here. Nice and slow, everybody. Let's go ahead and roll. Alright guys, so definitely a good start to the morning. I can tell we're much more comfortable in this car, much more comfortable with the track as well. The lines are looking really good. Jamie, the couple spots I wanted to talk about was the near apex cone heading down the downhill section coming up after turn 3. You just gotta leave a little more space for that white cone so you can get back to the orange apex cone right after that and get a straighter shot towards the S's. Just trying to create that straightest line possible all the way down the hill. So I'll kind of work through you with that right here. I kind of notice where I'm going to put my car. I'm going to get over this right side curb. I'm going to get over this left side curb, and then look where I place it. I'm going to stay out here our moment, and then look what I can do. Look at this straight shot I can have down the hill now. If we do that, we can carry so much more throttle and a much straighter, more consistent line all the way down through this S section. But overall, Jack Williams, Jamie, really good job here so far. Now I'm going to save most of my feedback for inside because we have a video review coming up next, where we're going to take the SD cards out and look at the video. But for now, just keep it recording. Do me a favor, leave the PDR turned on for now. Also leave the car turned on. I just want to finish this little outlap here, and then we can stop once we get out to the access road. So again, I'm glad that we're starting this morning on a positive, right? Much more comfortable with the car, line's looking a lot better. We're already going to be in much shape for the sessions later on when it comes to our comfort level and our speed around the track as well. It's kind of crazy, right? If you don't focus on speed, you end up going faster because your line is more consistent and you're driving better. So again, great job here so far. Let's go ahead and get our left turn signals on, left turn signals. And in this video review, we're just going to take the SD cards, we're going to go inside, we'll plug them into our little tablets, and we're going to look at the video, like what your line is, the throttle, your braking, your steering input. We're going to look at all of that and really try to dial in what we can do differently next session to kind of help our comfort, maybe help our speed a little bit. We'll slow it down to about 15 miles an hour or so as we exit here. If you want to stop recording on the PDR, you can do so now.